All right, y'all. What we're going to tie tonight is Skwala fly. It's one of my favorite early season big bugs, first ones that come off. What we'll be tying with tonight, this is black uni thread and 70 denier, 2mm black foam. We're going to push that up onto where we're going to tie our body. This is an extended body fly, so we're going to make sure we get plenty of extension out of it. We're going to run that back through. We're going to take our first wrap close to the end. Before we go any further, we're going to tie in 2 sections of tail. I'm using round silly legs for this in barred black. Don't worry about that tag. I'll come back and clean these up in just a minute. Okay. Rotate that over. Clean those out. Just like so. We're going to advance our thread by crossing over the top of your foam. Always cross over the top. We're going to continually make the segments a little fatter as we go. Make one more. Before we go any further, we're going to come in with a little UV. Help set those legs and hold that edge together. Whip this off. Couple turns, don't need much. Clean that out. Looks pretty good so far. We're gonna just slide that right off. Remove that, add our hook in. Like I said a while ago, we are tying on a size 10. It's 3XL and curved. Before we go any further, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. That way you guys get notifications when we upload new videos. You guys might find something that you enjoy. All right, we're gonna measure. I'm gonna put probably 2, maybe 3 more segments in there. So I'm gonna find where I'm gonna punch through. I'm gonna punch through the body, middle of my next segment with my hook or my scissors. I'm gonna tie my tying thread in on my hook about where I'm gonna start my thorax, so I know where to stop. Gonna get a good base of thread down. This is gonna act as a binder strip when we're tying in. We'll have to add a couple drops of super glue to keep this from rolling on us in the beginning, and then we'll be fine. We'll take the foam, slide it back. I'm going to tie in that bottom one first, just because it's going to help give me an anchor point. Don't worry if that rolls over on you. We're going to pick it back up. Going to hit it with a little dab of super glue, like very little. A little dab will do you a lot on this fly. And we're going to pinch down right there. Don't want that to go all the way up. We want it to stay right where we put it. Now we're going to cross our thread over again. Help set that. We'll go back to the first tie-in point for the hook. This is where we're going to put our first set of legs in. Tie those in right there. Tie them in kind of loose so you can mess with them in a minute. That way you can slide them around and make them do what you want. Take a couple more wraps. Set those nice and tight. I'm going to come to my side, do the same thing. Couple securing wraps. Cross over the top again. Pull those to the back. Keep them out of your way. Gonna take one more turn. That's gonna put me right about my original tying point on my hook shank. Don't look too bad. Come in, we're gonna clip these out. Pull your legs back. We'll use this for a good secure tying point for our body. Hold your body so it don't roll on you in case your super glue's not all the way set. Now your legs are still loose, which is the way you want them. We want these to ride just a little bit lower on the belly than your first front set that we'll be putting in. So we want to adjust those a little bit. And we're going to come in and hit those with a little bit of UV resin. Both sides. Now if they slide on you, readjust them before you set them. That way you can get them back. Okay. Now from here, we're going to tie in the underwing. What I like to tie in for my underwing, this is a piece of pearlescent wing material. When you're looking at it from the bottom, really got that shine through like an actual bug. Now we're going to make this just a little bit longer than the overall body of the fly. Pull our rubber legs back, that way we don't catch them. A couple loose wraps in the beginning. That way you can adjust the underwing. You can substitute this for another piece of foam if you wish. I just like the way this looks this way. Pull our legs back, hold everything good and tight. Work our way back up into where the thorax is going to start. We'll come in and trim this piece out. Looks pretty good so far. Okay, now we're going to come in with our top wing. You can do widow's web, you can use pear post, McFly post, whatever you use. I'm using Zelon tonight. We're going to measure this wing. We want just the edges of it to hang over just slightly longer than our underwing. Keep your legs out of the way. Pinch and loop. A couple loose wraps. Take a look at it. Looks pretty good. I'm going to use that to build up a little bit of a head. Looks pretty good. Now you're going to come in with another piece of foam. It's going to be slightly thinner. It's still 2mm foam, but we're going to cut it a little more narrow than the back half. All right. Worst part about this fly is keeping the legs out of the way. I'm going to tie this right in on the top. Working my way down toward the back of the hook eye. I'm gonna go all the way up to the hook eye. Once it's there, take some good securing wraps. Now we're back to where the wing starts to be tied in. At this point, we're going to come in with some dubbing. I'm using silver black or flash. It's kind of it looks more like a gunmetal gray and extra dry. I'm going to put this on as a dubbing noodle. Don't need to get too carried away. We're going to go over this twice. Help build that thorax. Legs out of the way. Run it back through. Now we're going to come about a third of the way back through the thorax. And then we're going to tie in one more set of legs. Because fish can count. We all know that. Tie the far side on first. I'm going to leave those a little higher than the back legs. Underwing's a little bit in the way right there. So what we'll do is trim that little piece out right there. And that'll let that leg come back up. There we go. All right, work your way up to behind the foam. One more time. We'll come in with our sparkle black one more time. You can change this up if you want to. The dubbing on the thorax, that is. You can change this up. I tie this in green and brown, but black is the most productive. Put your legs back. Take a couple wraps. Let that first set go. Progress through. Need a little bit more. Won't take much though. Pull that first set up out of the way. Go behind them. Stop him where you tied the wing in. Now we're going to fold that foam over. We're going to tie it in right behind the wing. 2 loose wraps. Check it. Set it. Then we're going to come in with a whip. Try not to catch your legs. Couple turns. Trim this piece out. And we're going to come down to right when we're tied in our wings. We're going to cut that off. We're going to leave a little bit of a tag there to help hide that tying point. We're going to come in, shorten our legs up to where you like them. You can fish this with extra long legs and it'll do just fine. These silly legs have a lot of extra movement, so they'll definitely make a lot of commotion on top of the water. Hope you guys enjoy it. Go check us out on Instagram and Facebook. If you've not already subscribed, go ahead and take the time to hit that subscribe button. That way you guys get notifications when we upload new videos. Hope you enjoy it. Show it to your friends. Tie them up. Fish them. You can tie them extra small and fish them for brim too if you want to. If there's anything you guys ever want to see, like always, just leave it in the comments below. And until next time.